life is a gift and we all need coaching. Could be innovation or general life coaching mindset to move from a victim mindset to a victor mindset, to know ourselves, to connect with ourselves, and to elevate our performance every day. What better can I ask for than an inspiring company, a great coach who's into neuroscience and much more? She is Aneesa Theron. Welcome, ma'am.
Welcome. Thank you so much for the warm welcome.
Thank you. You have achieved a lot in your life. So please tell us your biggest magical blessings of your life.
There are so many, right, Sunny? There's so many blessings. But I guess if I had to say my greatest blessings are my 3 kids. My gorgeous 14-year-old son, and I have an 11-year-old daughter and an almost 7-year-old son. So my 3 gifts from the Almighty God, the divine, that has been the greatest gift for me, an honor.
Beautiful. I was expecting you to get into this award, that award, this certification, that certification, but you are so good. You consider God's gifts as biggest gifts. Yes, they are future leaders and they have the best mom and they are looking at you and learning and they are proud of you. So what are they proud of? Please tell us.
Well, before I answer that, I think and feel that they are my greatest teachers. That as much as they are learning from me, they are the reflective mirror to me in terms of where are my good, nice, beautiful attributes, and sometimes where my not so great attributes are, right? So I think the learning is actually more from them, which allows me then to break whatever generational cycles, learn, unlearn behaviors. So it's been such an honor and privilege to learn from them more than they have been learning from me. But what they are learning from me is that it's okay to unlearn behaviors that no longer serve us. And that we should find ways to relearn new ways to be better, to live better, to honor all of ourselves with absolute love and compassion.
What is the biggest secret of your success?
I would say it's always been my ability to connect meaningfully with people at every level. I do not see titles, ethnicity. I don't see any race, religion. I believe we are all one. And because of that, I'm able to foster very good, robust, wholesome relationships because I believe in the infinite potential in every individual. And more so because I understand that we are all infallible and that we have both ego and soul within us. And that every relationship is a mirror reflection to us of who we are in that moment, what we judge, and what we magnetically are drawn to is based on what we give away of ourselves. So relationships at the core of the heart-centered relationships is what makes me very successful in my life and will continue to do so.
So beautiful. I need to learn all this. The heart-centered relationships. Yes, not just for material success, but for inner success. Yes. So you have a beautiful model called the craft model. So would you like to share something about that?
Sure. So I don't know how the universe just sends me these acronyms, but as I was embarking on launching my coaching business and my website last year, I was like, who is Aneesa at the core? What impact does she want to leave? And how is she able to support others to achieve exactly that impact in their own lives? And it was connected relationships which ultimately amplify future transformation. But here's the thing, connected relationship with self. Because if we are not connected to who we are at our core, and we cannot lead ourselves, how do we do that and fill anyone else's cup if we are filling from an empty vessel? So it's absolutely first at the core, connect with yourself. Become heart-centered, because when we're in our head, we're in our thoughts. And our thoughts aren't always true. They're based on past experiences, past beliefs, and a construct that we were born into. But when we get back to heart and reconnect to the soul essence of who we are then able to create alchemy within ourselves and alchemy within our relationships out there. So that's where it stemmed from.
Great, great. I really, really loved it. And it was like listening to Oprah Winfrey, ma'am. Connect to the core. Yeah. And I always thought, you spoke about outside relationships, coaching, have great relationships with the outer world for success. But you said, hello, craft a great relationship with inner self. And no more living in the head, live in the heart. And I like the way you expanded. What is head? Thoughts. What are they? Experiences, past. But heart is still changeless reality, infinite. Wow. I'm feeling like a beautiful spiritual wisdom flowing through you. So please tell me about your happiest moments.
Wow, there are so many. But I'm going to share one that takes me back many years, because I never lived with parents growing up. So at a very tender age of 16, I chose to go and venture out into the world. So the reason why I call myself the Coaching Alchemist, that book inspired me to know that there was more to life than being a product of my environment, right? Now, I don't know, for those that know the Bronx in New York, it's quite a rife environment, right? It's gangs, it's drugs. And so I'm a product of those environments. And I did not know my dad growing up. He doesn't know I exist, because I was also a product of being born a sin from prostitution. So within that realm of the world that I was raised in, it was, wait, there cannot just be this world. There is way more to life than being a victim of our circumstances. How do we allow the environment to shape the direction that our life takes on? And for many years, I believe I was so protected with God's guiding light by my side all the time, because I could have become a statistic of my environment, but I chose to go and live on my own at 16. And that for me was such a liberated feeling of, it's okay. I'm going to make this work. Whatever is in my path, I'm going to go out and do what's necessary to live life on my terms.
How did this
that was the happiest time of my life, because
how did this happen? This great transformation, this great shift, this great success.
Yes. So the book, The Alchemist, was such an inspiring story. I would guide everyone who hasn't read that book to read it. And you'll read it multiple times, because it is a book that would have or take on different meaning as you evolve in your life and elevate your level of consciousness. But the environment for me, my escape was books, the library. And I was always called an old soul. So I connected with older people in the community, and they were more my friends than my peers because there wasn't resonance for me with them. So the transformation came about getting lost in books, immersing myself into this world of what is possible, the limitless possibilities of what's out there. And also, I found my faith. And I knew that by walking by faith and knowing that there is limitless potentiality and possibilities out there, that I could escape into this new world quite easily with no fear. And I had no fear. I was fearless. I may not have been aligned yet with what my core purpose was. I had no idea. I was 16. But I knew at the core of my soul that I needed to get out of the environment where I was in. Regardless of how taboo it was, right? A young Muslim girl moving out on her own at 16, unmarried, totally taboo. But I chose not to listen to the naysayers and those that constantly criticized and gave me labels that I would become exactly as my mom, what the life that she was subjected to. And I was like, no, I'm not going to become my mom. Sunny, I became my mom in many ways in the relationships. I became a people pleaser. Many archetypes of rescuer, hero, savior, be the nice one, at the cost of who I was. So that's what was my happiest moment, is getting out of the environment, going onto this journey that I had no idea where it was going to take me. I had no idea where it was leading.
I'm sure this journey is going to be super, super, super magical, and you will keep touching thousands of lives. So you have a lot of certifications, worked with neuroscience, various techniques and modalities. Which is your favorite and closest to your heart? If I come to you, jim boom bam, abracadabra, boom, what will you do?
So I love the insights of the brain. So I believe neuroscience is exceptionally powerful. That's why when I embarked on qualifying as a coach, I went that direction. I went with the neuroscience modality. But as I alluded to it earlier on, as we evolve in our consciousness, we understand that the brain is powerful, and we understand what the brain is there designed to protect us, whether we're in fight, flight, freeze. And the latest brain science speaks about fawn, where we just sort of roll over and we don't know where we stand. What I have found way more powerful is heart-brain coherence. When we are able to connect with the brain of the heart and make that coherent with the mind, and understanding that we cannot evolve in our self-leadership and journey towards self-actualization if we don't get to understand how we shift from head to heart. Because if we in our head, we're in our ego space, but we in our heart, we allowed to be more still, centered, and present. And that translates into being open to understanding, who am I? Not what do I own, what achievements, what titles, the form, the structure of it all. Who am I? What is my core purpose? What legacy do I want to leave? How do I want to impact others daily? What do I need to do in order to become that? But not by doing, but by feeling and being within that present moment. So I would say it's definitely heart-brain coherence. The two works together beautifully.
Wow. I thoroughly enjoyed listening to you, going inside. And who am I is more important than what I own. Yes, heart over head. Great. So much to learn, and we'll keep this learning journey on. Last is some rapid fire. Life in one word.
Bliss.
Heart in one word.
Abundance.
Aneesa in one word.
Light.
Beautiful. Thank you so much. And I wish you all the best in this beautiful journey. And you keep shining light on everyone's path. And you are a lighthouse, a powerhouse of love, compassion, joy, humility, and whatever we could read in your profile. You know, we felt that, yes, you live that. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Thank you so much.
Humbled, totally humbled. Thank you so much. I loved every interaction with you, Sunny. Thank you.
Thank you, Aneesa, ma'am. Thank you.